Hello, let's talk about the second season of The Game of Thrones by Benioff and Weiss. Okay, let's go to the plot. Well, you see, there is three main lines, like in the third season, but here I don't have. Well, we have three big lines. They are War of the Five Kings, Travel of Daenerys Targaryen, and the travel of Jon Snow. Three storyline. And you see, I think that the story of the War of Five Kings is the most interesting from them all. And the two other lines are, well, a bit boring for me. You see, how to say it? Well, it is very interesting when I can look at Joffrey Baratheon and Robb Stark, how they fight with each other, how they act, what are they doing, and so on. It is so interesting. It is so good. There are two kings. One is in the King Landing, and the second is on the battlefield. And they have a lot of people with them, and they talk, they go, they do something, and yet there is no much fighting in this storyline or big battles. Big battles will go further, but here we have a very great characters and dialogues. And you see, Daenerys Targaryen and Jon Snow, they are two very great characters, and they have great dialogues and great deeds. But, they are not connected with the main storyline. Well, okay, Jon Snow, he go beyond the wall. Why does he do this? And he acts in some way. He does something, but then, it's I don't know. Well, he just goes somewhere and he talks to these wildlings and to his brothers, and it is a bit boring for me. I don't think it is too important. So here we have War of Five Kings, and there we have story of one little black brother. And I don't know. This story, I think that this story is a bit boring for me. And and the story of Daenerys Targaryen. Okay, she is growing. She is conquering the army. These Unsalting and these Dothraki guys and her dragons, but you see, it is not quite interesting for me. I don't know why, but it is, she is far away from the main theater of the battle. Okay, and yet I can say about the plot that we have a very interesting connection between all three storylines, that it is Red Comet, and this Red Comet goes from the north to the Westeros and to the Daenerys Targaryen, and it is very interesting. It is something like connection of these three lines. You see, the main line of the War of Five Kings, it has a lot of characters and a lot of different a lot of everything. And two others plot lines, they are a bit boring for me. Talking about the characters, you see, a lot of time I think about them like about medieval characters, but now I can say that they are not medieval people. They are modern people with modern thoughts and so on. Okay, so it is modern people, but with some restrictions. For example, they can't call for police and Sansa cannot report for domestic violence. Or Robb Stark cannot call to Winterfell and ask how are they. And it's all. They are just modern characters with medieval setting. And they are very good characters. You see, I understand that their motives. Somebody is jealous. Somebody want to revenge. Somebody want to fight. Somebody love other characters. Or Cersei, she loves her son, her children. Well, Robb Stark, he wants revenge, and Tywin Lannister, he is a very proud man, and so on and so on. So you understand me. And they all have their motives, their characters, so they are modern characters with medieval setting, and they are very good characters. Everybody has their own motivation and goals, and it is cool. Well, in the first season we have two main characters. They are Eddard Stark and Robert Baratheon. But here we have other characters, and it is very cool. You see, when I watched Sopranos, I understood that Tony Soprano cannot die because he is the main character. But here I understand that everybody can die in any moment. So it was very interesting that there were Robert and Eddard, and they are dead now, and we now have Robb Stark and Joffrey Baratheon, and maybe they will die in future. And here we have new brilliant characters. They are Tywin Lannister and others. And it is very interesting. It is so brilliant. I can say about some themes in this second season. Well, you see, I don't quite like them. We have a very strong woman. Well, she goes with Robb Stark. She heals people who were hurt, who were hurted in Robb Stark's war. And you see, she just begins to speak with Robb Stark, and she said a lot of bad things to Robb Stark, and she put it right into his face. Well, you are too crucial. It is your blame. You killed all of these people. How could you do this? You are so wrong, bad person. And you see, I think that, she is strong woman, and she talks to man, and she blames him. I don't like this. Well, first of all, it is not historical. The second, he is strong man and he is a great warrior leader. Why would he listen such things? And the third, maybe, okay, I can accept that. But Robb Stark should have been said something interesting. Something like, okay, but they killed my father. And they began to rob my land and land of Riverlands. Okay, so I am protector of Riverlands. They attacked my alliance, so I went here to protect them from Lannisters. Well, he could said that, and then he could ask this strong woman, Okay, okay, Jane Westerlin, what did you want what should I do? How do you think? Should I go north and should I allowed to Tywin Lannister to plunder Riverlands? And it is interesting question and it has never been asked. Okay, go further. What about another strong woman character? It is Asha Greyjoy. Why is she mocking at Theon Greyjoy? Theon Greyjoy was taken by force to Winterfell. It is not his blame. He is he is innocent in this situation. He was imprisoned. Okay. So why did she blame him? So you see, he's not guilty in this situation. He was taken by the force. Okay. So what's the problem with him? Why are they mocking at Theon Greyjoy? She just stand and begin to talk. You see, I am great warrior, I am great plunderer, I am a great killer, and I am a woman, and you are a man, and you just sitting at your castle, and so on, so on. Something, well, we just have another strong woman character, and she stands and she said a lot of things and she put her words into the man's face and so on. You understand me. I don't like this thing. And we have other characters. They are Cersei Lannister. She's a queen. We have this crippled boy, Bran Stark, and he is master of Winterfell. And we have Tyrion Lannister, and he is a dwarf. And these characters, they are so great because they are, they are not normal. Especially the dwarf and cripple, Bran Stark. And about Cersei Lannister, she is a queen and we have a very man's world. And it is very interesting how George Martin shows us about problem of these people. They are not in the hierarchy of Westeros. They are some out of this hierarchy, and it is great writing, and it is great in the show. What problems has this cripple, or what problem has this dwarf? It is very important. Well, as a conclusion, I have some minuses of this season. It is poor decorations and poor armor. But I have a lot of pluses. I have a great sword scenes. They fight very good. And I have a very great characters and dialogues. A lot of jokes. And a lot of sex scenes and violence scenes. You see, everything in this show is so great, except these two strong women characters. How can they improve them? For example, they can. First of all, they shouldn't mock at Theon Greyjoy because he is not guilty. He was captured, and that's all. And the second, this strong woman with Robb Stark, it's just a statement of directors. They just resolved to say something like, they should put some smart words into mouth of Robb Stark, and that's all. It is, two real minuses in this season, but I like it very much. 9 points out of 10. Thank you for your attention.